All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call I'm La Alahaina wa Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakaha Kwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elder the great millstone who will teach well, and a hearty shalom to the elect. All right, it's your brother Karat is back again with another lesson, and Lord, will I remember to call this lesson, look up for your redemption draweth nigh, okay? All right, as you can see in the screenshot, it says Dallas, Texas TV. The moon goes almost completely dark over Texas tonight in rare blood moon eclipse. All right, and I have pictures of it because it's right out above my house where I'm at in Texas currently, okay? But I'll show y'all those later. But these are signs that we need to be looking for, okay? These are things that we need to be paying attention for to know that we almost up out of here, okay? This is I don't want to start there. This is Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently within itself. And he said unto me, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Lord, will I come back to this? All right, I'm gonna read it. Verse 5, it says, For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, okay? The end is made manifest, okay? You're seeing it right before you, all right? Signs such as this, and here goes a picture of it outside my yard, okay? Here goes another picture of it. I sent it to some people, and they said it looks like there's a halo above it, and it makes sense. I can kind of see it, okay? But there goes the images of the blood moon eclipse right here taken from my iPhone. All right, so the signs is there. Are you paying attention? This is Luke chapter 21, and if we read up, it talks about adversity and persecution. Okay, but if you read from 20 on down, it talks about 70 AD. Okay, and then when you start, I'm gonna read anyway. So this is Luke chapter 21, and verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Talking about 70 AD. And the sacking of the temple in Jerusalem. All right. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. All right, go back into Jerusalem. For those be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them. So prophecy is being fulfilled. All right, scattering Judah throughout the four corners of the globe from this instance of 70 AD. Okay. For an example. Nonetheless, verse 23, it says, But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people, the Lord's people, because of transgression, because of sin. Okay. Remember, at this time, the North American Indians and everybody else in the Northern Kingdom was sent over here to the Americas where we at now. Judah still had to receive their judgment from the Lord. All right. Verse 24, it says, And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. All right, so Judah being in this, when the Lord's reading about, prophesying about 70 AD, he was saying that Judah, okay, was going to be overcome. All right, you can just see here. Definition C. It says, I'm gonna go to the very bottom. It says to desecrate the holy city by devastation and outrage, and that's what happened. Okay, Judah, the southern kingdom, Salakia, got crushed, taken advantage of. All right, to be treated with insult and contempt, and that goes, back to the hatred that Esau has. All right, but it says this was going to happen until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Well, this is a sign. Okay, this is a sign that the time of the Gentiles is almost up. All right, verse 25, it says, now the Lord talking about this time. All right, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming unto the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. All right, let's look at this word signs.
Strong's G 4592, Semayon.
Semayon, okay. So definition B, it says a sign, a prodigy, a portent, i.e., an unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature. All right. It's not, the common course of nature is not for an eclipse to happen. All right. It does happen, but it's not common, such as the sun rotating around the earth. All right. And the moon and the sun, doing its rotational duties. That's common. But an eclipse is not common. All right. But it happens. Okay. So let's look at this word portent. Okay. It says portent is an omen. Portent also says a sign or warning that something, especially something monumentous or calamitous, all right, calamitous, all right, I know it's got to do with a calamity, is likely to happen. All right, let's see what it says. All right, it says, an exceptional or wonderful person or thing. So it says here, a sign or warning that something, especially something monumentous or calamitous, is likely to happen. Okay, something bad. All right, and it's not bad for you so-called Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, but it's bad for you other nations. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go to 26 again. It says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming unto the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and with glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right, listen, the Lord is on his way back, man, okay? The signs are there to validate that. This blood moon, okay, is part of the signs to validate that, okay? And you can see it right here. Go outside if you're in Texas, you can see it, all right? But Lord willing was edifying to the next time, shalom.